Silver could spike to 120, 140. We could see a very big parabolic spike.
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver, as if they needed it, getting a boost again.
Silver by far is leading the pack.
So it's just silly expensive. It's going to cause a lot of pain, and I think expect 10% days as it trickles back down.
And to the fire, J.P. Morgan Chase says that your beautiful, shiny silver stuff, this stuff, could crash 50%. But wait, it gets better. You have Citibank says silver surging to 150. Someone is obviously lying. You know what my audience would say, right? 150, add a few zeros. But I'll tell you, when one bank says 150, the other one says half off, I say it's a trap. Also, that JP Morgan strategist, it's one below an analyst. Analyst a little higher. They always say what it is after because they don't want to lose their job. He's saying it's not, this whole silver thing's not going to last. Shave off 50. And I would say that actually sounds like a healthy market. But hey, who am I? And as a trader, when you see price action like that, no good. You see price action like that, the price going up, you're getting still not good. Now, when you see price action like that, 45 degrees, that's healthy. Just to let you know what happened yesterday while I was filming doesn't exist. That is considered a 5 sigma event. Let me give you an example. I give you my phone right here, and I'm like, here, try to guess the password. It's 8 digits, and you're like, I can do this. Before you begin guessing, I already tell you, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6. You get it. That is how impossible what happened yesterday. So I come here saying, warning. I know you're not going to believe this, but you're going to get struck by lightning twice today. And a vending machine's then going to fall on you to end your life. That is just what happened. Swings on silver was like the market cap of Bitcoin. I know, maybe Ethereum. A lot. You had 500 billion up. You had $1 trillion down. And this is where I told you, actually, I'll let me tell you. Go ahead, JB. When the market's closed, this is going to be a sweet swing trade. Well, that would be sweet. Also, did you trust me with my not financial advice? So thank you for clicking subscribe and watching my almost 102,000 views. In the comments section, I want to know, how much did you guys make on this? Look at this I told you. I'm like, it's going to go purple. It's going to bounce. You're going to put in a buy. You're going to ride it all the way up there. Almost 4%. That's like what a T-bill will pay you all year, and you did it in an hour. Also, if you don't know how to do this, please take the course. It's $2.99. I know that actually sounded kind of desperate, but I want to help you. I know it works every single day, even though people will say, oh, it's impossible. That's why I say, look in the comments. Look what people say. Like one of my high school kids that makes $10,000 a month, and they want to fire me because there must be something illegal here. Even if you don't make any money from it, at least you'll know what the news is gonna say. That's why it's great being a YouTuber. I can tell you what Donald Trump says. He's not concerned with the decline of the US dollar. I told you. In regards to the dollar, I told you there's a line. Don't cross the line. You crossed it. Like telling my kids, 6 of them growing up, the girls, I'm like, do not cross this line or it's going to hurt sitting down. I know some of you are like, oh, that's terrible. It would be chaos. Also, hey, Bank of Japan, can you guys be a little less obvious? But yes, the United States of America is going to weaken their dollar. They're going to help out Japan. You can make money from this. And Trump says it's nothing to worry about. I would say you have a lot to worry about. America, the world, a lot. So much so that you have articles like, the gold move is a vote of no confidence in the entire global financial architecture. This will end in war and loss of life. I mean, look at this. You guys have 85 seconds left. This is like end of the world clock. It's never been worse. Actually thinking 85 seconds. I could do a lot in 85. I could make a kid in 85 seconds. Call me Speedy Gonzalez, but bravo, it cannot be bad. How are we all going to almost die when it's full greed right now? I know. I've never been richer in my entire life. And also, thank you, Silver. I have never had better swing trades in my entire life. And look at this volume. Unprecedented. Again, struck by lightning twice, and then a vending machine falls on you. It's at a time that the economy is garbage. Ask anyone. UPS to cut an additional 30,000 jobs. Amazon. I guess they're unwinding. And your kids. Completely out of control. begging you for money, saying this isn't fair. Are you guys getting this? I'm not. More young adults are asking their parents to pay their bills. Quote, I am broke and it is unfair. I say, mom and dad, you should pay. Pay up. I mean, you've been enabling them for how long? Why stop now? Because you know they will pull love back from you, and that is painful. Also known as parental guilt. I actually wrote a book on it. I wrote a book on parenting. It was the parenting from a biblical perspective. Actually wrote 2 books. It was for theses. I don't know. Board gave me a D. Okay, so now let's put on our sleuth hat and try to figure out how bad is this? Trump says he's not concerned with the decline of the US dollar. Why is that, Mr. President? No. I think it's great. The business we're doing, the dollar is doing great. Looking at this chart, dollar not doing great, but you've said the dollar's going up. Yes, until it breaks a level. It is a very, very big level. But you know, there's your 200. Couldn't make it. You retested it. Nope, couldn't. Broke. You don't want to break that. You broke that. Still have a lot more room to the downside. You don't have like 7, 8, 9 coming on. No whales. You still keep going. So yes, if you would like to trade it, it is UUP. And let's take a look at support. You broke your support. Not good. So your next level is going to be right down here. Also, if you're like, Bravo, I'm always confused where to draw the lines. They're called trend lines. It's a trend. You don't have to be like pixel perfect. You can also come up over there, click the regression trend, and it just adds it, and you're under it. I've been saying for a few months, it could be like the bottom of the buy move. You have large swing ups from there, like Bitcoin. Kind of forgot about that one now, didn't you? It's like me telling people to buy silver for the last 25 years. Everyone's like, oh, that old relic, that rock, that mineral. Well, that's how I acquire wealth. Kind of a weird thing, buy low, sell high. And actually, I just put in a buy order here, right there. That's for Bitcoin. You just click a button, you set it. And you forget it. My course teaches you all about it. And if there is a candle that just wicks down one day, it's going to happen. All of a sudden, I have a few Bitcoin at 75,000 and then it goes up. I'm like, oh, sell. Which I may actually change my way of thinking on Bitcoin to never sell again. Assets that I don't think you should ever sell. Real estate, gold, silver, Bitcoin, your kids. Oh, that's 5. You got to keep those. That is called a liability. Okay, also in valuation of those things that I was saying, like a house, and you have money supply, the Fed go burr. The price of silver is no way near it. You've seen this inflation happen in housing. Almost 7x. The S&P 500, 55x. But at the end of the day, just acquire assets, relax. And also understand this one, the housing, when you buy those apartment complex, passive income. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, not so much. So while Jamie Dimon or whatever bank says whatever, collect assets, Jamie Dimon warns that a 38 trillion national debt is not sustainable. And it is one of the 2 tectonic plates. They may crash in the near future. Just know, usually whatever they say, do the opposite. I do think we're coming pretty close to the end. So again, gold, silver, basically any asset you can get your hands on.
In your mind, is this the beginning of the end for the prescience of the US dollar?
It's the beginning of the end of the monetary system as we know it. It's not just the US dollar, it's the fiat monetary currencies. So the UK, the euro, Japan, China all have similar debt problems and so on, and are dealing with the same interrelationships, which is the reason you're seeing gold being chosen by the central banks. They want a currency. Gold has always been the main currency, and it's the only non-fiat currency, in other words, not the currency that can't be printed, that they want. And so that's why you're seeing central banks move and sovereign wealth funds move to gold, and that's the nature of the shift of the monetary system.
So with the world at the precipice or at the end of complete destruction, trade it. Use the money that you make to buy assets. Remember, kids, assets feed you, liabilities eat you. Thank you, Robert Kiyosaki. You just said that the allegations of him selling his silver this is not true. The facts are I sold some Bitcoin and later some gold to buy a new home. I have not sold any of my silver, except for the clip that said I sold all my silver and gold. and converted it to Bitcoin. But that was AI. And I say it's okay, Roberto, just be honest. I'll make mistakes, and it's the best policy. With that, be careful out there, you guys. I'm being honest, okay? Be careful. Get in and get out like robbing a bank. Know what's going to bounce. Make your digits go up. And with that, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.